Microphone. It's not there. Hmm. Okay. uh, you can hear me now? Oh my goodness. Wait. When I was close. There. I see. Okay. I think what's going on is that my normal microphone isn't working. Can you guys hear me now? I was gonna be extra close today and intimate, and here we go because my normal microphone is not working. So thank you guys for your patience. I appreciate that. And uh so embarrassing. Okay. I thought I was blushing before. And now I'm like on a whole new level. Okay. Welcome to BL Express, BL Week in Review, a live session where we chat about our favorite BL series and what's been happening over the course of the week and what's coming next week. And then sometimes when there's not a lot to talk about, we're also going to have a chat about something random related to BL. And today I chose shipping culture and ships in general. So that'll be entertaining. I hope you guys all enjoy the ride. The way this live is formatted is in like a conversational style. So I'm hoping everybody will join the live chat and give their opinions and advice. This is a reminder that this is a safe space for everybody. And I'd like to cultivate a safe space so that everybody feels comfortable talking. So I always say this to my students because I'm a teacher, and I know we're all grown-ups here, but I'll just throw it out there anyway, and that is pause before you press enter and consider the ramifications of what other people might think when they read your message. Uh, with that, let's move on. Uh, Today we're going to be mainly, oh my gosh. Patience for me, patience for you guys. Oh my goodness. Is the text keeping up? I hope so. Okay. Okay. So, let's try this again. I have an interview announcement. And now you guys are all getting to see what I'm like a little bit when I'm flustered, and I guess we're all flustered sometimes. So, bear with me, guys. And thank you so much for being with here and bearing with me. I appreciate it. Okay, so big announcement. We at the BL Express have garnered or gotten or asked, and you shall receive permission to interview Arc. I believe his last name is Sarot from My Golden Blood. He was the director or is the director of My Golden Blood, and he is also the director of Shadow with Cinto Pratia and Fluke Natush. If you haven't seen that one, that's worth watching. It's really good. It's not BL, but it's very queer. And then he also on the Dear Straight People YouTube channel uh, directed a show called Getaway, which is like a Thai Singapore collaboration. So that will be happening on Friday, this Friday, actually, which is part of my stress levels today, getting ready for that. This Friday, April 25th. at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 11 p.m. on the East Coast. It will be 10 a.m. in Thailand on Saturday. I always find figuring out time across the world super crazy and sometimes difficult and challenging and all the things. I don't know about you all, but like, oh man, that is not easy. But yeah, so that's coming April 25th, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join us live here on this channel. Fingers crossed, everything goes well for that interview. So that'll be really fun. I think it'll be interesting to get to know him a little bit. Hi Krishna. Hi Pammy. Good, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. I'm glad you made it. Yay. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's have some fun. Bring your questions because we will be involving the audience, just like we do with this live. And I think hopefully it goes well. Sweet. Awesome. It'll be nice to have a friendly face. Friendly chat bubble. Awesome. I look forward to seeing you guys all here. Okay, so onwards to the week in review. I've decided to do this as a little segment at the beginning before we get into whatever we're talking about for the day. So let's talk about what began, what ended, and what's coming in BL series world. So, uh, what ended, I don't know if anybody got a chance to watch it yet, but the secrets happened on the Lychee Island is what ended. It was really a really excellent show. And it ended on like last Tuesday, so I did mention it in last week's live as well. And I'm mentioning it again in this week's live just simply because it did end up in my article on the BL Express online website. Online website. A website is inherently online, made of. What are you? Okay. Anyway, okay, so Secrets Happened on the Lychee Island is ended. It's worth watching. Check it out if you haven't. And then we've got the shows that began. There were 3 that began this last week, and I'm including Sunday, even though Sunday for the weekly article that I do will be on next week's article. But, we're going to live on Tuesday, so we're going to talk about it all. So, Something's Not Right. Oh, cool about that. Yuriza, I haven't seen the shorts on YouTube or the footage of the acting process. No, I'm like behind the times with that part. I know they posted some like mini clips of like domestic moments and stuff like that post series, and I think that's really really cool. So, um what started is Something's Not Right, which is a blooming spin-off. Episodes will be airing Wednesday and Thursday on Viki. If you guys have any opinions or feelings about that first episode to share with everybody so that they get an idea of what they want, if they want to watch it or not, go ahead and share them now. I personally think that Something's Not Right started out really well. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes quite a bit. I think I did want to shove the 2 main characters in a room somewhere and force them to talk, or like leave them locked in there until they talk, because for me, miscommunication tropes drive me crazy. And I'm like, you guys have been best friends for how many years and you're not talking? What is this nonsense? But still, super cute show. So there's Something's Not Right. Boys in Love. I've already seen episode 1 twice. I watched it twice on Sunday when it aired. It is a Thai BL, and it will be airing on Ichi here in the United States. It is a really, really fun start. I think there's going to be something for everybody in that show. It has an adult couple, 2 teachers, Pod and I know their actors' names. I don't remember their series names yet, but Pod and Papang, I'm super excited to watch their cute story develop. They're already like throwing out great acting vibes and great chemistry vibes. So I think that'll be really fun. And then the two cute little guys, because the other side of it is having the two high school couples for the younger generation, and they're super adorable as well. So I think that series is going to be a hit for everybody. I I don't know. Yeah, definitely. I really enjoyed both Boys in Love, the one boy that literally falls in love at first sight. Right, Eureka? Like he just looked out the door of the classroom, saw the other boy, and that was the end of it. Like his heartbreak was over from having been rejected. It was really funny. Valerie, Boys in Love seems sweet. Yes. Yes, it does. And then Eureka again, it was cute. Most definitely miscommunication. Teenage boys are dumb. Okay, yes. Can't agree more with that. That is absolutely accurate. Teenage boys are dumb. Teenage girls, too, for that matter. Let's not discriminate. Let's say that just being a teenager in general is a rough go of it. Okay. And then I don't know if I'm behind on the times. Got to add these on my list. Pammy, that's what this is all for. That's what we're here for. Add the lists, make it happen. I love it. The Boys in Love for sure. Something's not right, maybe. But this next one, I don't know. This next one, I don't know if this is for everybody. The other one that started on Sunday is My Stubborn. It is airing on Ichi. Again, Ichi is our friend, guys. I think this is a moment, and I don't know. I'm gonna plug it in. Plug Ichi a lot, I guess, because I feel like if you wanted to pay for one subscription platform to like support series monetarily, that would be the platform. I write that so much every week now. They're taking it all. They're taking the cake. And I mean, the next prince is also going to Ichi. So obviously we have to watch the next prince legally, right? Anyways, My Stubborn is on Ichi on Sundays, and episode 1 was exactly what Yuriza put in the comments. My Stubborn with the yeah, or the like the or the maybe like slink away into the bushes. I don't know. Holy guacamole! I was watching while having breakfast. I was watching while having breakfast with my husband. That's one way to watch that. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine what that would be like. That's fantastic. Mm. You made my evening, thank you. What a way to open a show. Valerie, yes. What a way to open a show. I don't know. Okay, so a little bit about My Stubborn. Just a heads up, it is office romance of sorts. However, you wouldn't want to be on the PR team of that office. And it does have a lot of NC scenes, so if those kinds of things make you uncomfortable, then this is probably not the series for you. As far as storytelling goes, I mean, I was able to follow episode 1, which was a really good start, I think. The last series I watched from M Flow Entertainment, I wasn't able to follow episode 1, so I think we're heading in the right direction there. The chemistry was pretty good. The acting was decent. So yeah, I mean, okay, so if you're not into NC scenes, then no. But if you don't mind sitting in a blushing mess uh, under the blankets in bed or like on the couch, like hiding behind a pillow, then yeah, enjoy it. It starts with a bang. Oh, he was watching wrestling though. We're continuing the conversation. Oh my goodness. I downloaded the novel in Spanish, but the translation is poor. That is good to know. Translation in Spanish is poor. Actually, I'm going to be surprised if this translation in English isn't all that great either then. Okay. Onward. So that's literally with a bang. Yes, with a bang. Okay. All right. So that's what started this last week, and then on Saturday, the thing that's coming. Saturday on Gaga Ulala, they picked it up for international platform. The Bangkok Boy is starting, and I watched the preview for that. And just like heads up for everybody, it gives giving off action, two boy action series with two boys on different sides of the track. Romeo and Juliet kind of story, forbidden love, possibly murder, gore, violence. There were shootings and like people dying already in the preview. So that show may or may not be for everybody. I don't know. But there's definitely a crowd for that show too. Okay. So yeah, that's it for this time. Next week though, man, there's going to be so much more to report for stuff coming, I think, in the next couple of weeks. May is going to be an excellent month for BL, possibly June too. I don't know. The series that I'm been super excited about is finally finished filming, so that'll be coming out in the next couple of months as well. Do I remember what it's called right now? No. Because did I write it down? No. But the preview had like the queen and the heels that goes back in time. So if you guys know that show, maybe you can put it in the comments. And that would be awesome. Okay, so on to what we're talking about today because well, there's not anything super exciting happening or ending or anything like that. Is we're going to talk about another aspect to the BL world, and that is shipping. Excited for the next Prince and Pit Babe season 2. Yes. I'm also excited for those. That Saturday, May 3rd is, and actually, because Pit Babe is May 2nd, right? I think it's Friday. So that weekend is also my birthday weekend. So I'm like, happy birthday to me. I'm excited. It's going to be great. Okay. So, I'm just going to put this out there for those who might find this later who are like looking up things about ships for BL that, and they may or may not know anything about them. And, that is, what is a ship? Which is kind of a funny question. But BL itself, like the modern iteration that we have now of BL, uh, is only like what, a decade old ish. And so what is a ship is kind of a valid question because I think it's still being defined as we speak and the definition keeps evolving and changing. So, what is a ship and what is shipping? Like I you guys in the comments from the K-pop world can correct me if I'm absolutely shooting out of left field and completely wrong, but I read somewhere that shipping kind of came from the K-pop world where where fans shipped like members of a group together, and like that means that you found their interactions cute and you thought that they looked good together and you imagined them to be in a relationship. And so mainly in my head I'm thinking fan fiction, the fiction where you tell stories about two people who aren't necessarily together in real life, but you imagine them to be together and you make up stories about them being together and you ship them essentially. So that is like kind of what I've always thought shipping was. And if you guys have more to add to that definition, you guys can go ahead and put that in the comments. One of the things that I don't really understand is why people are like, I don't know, I see all sorts of comments about shipping maybe not being a good thing, this or that. or like they're new to the idea of shipping or that kind of thing. But guys, shipping has been happening all over the world forever, and in fiction, in media, in fandoms. It's a thing that we do, right? And there's no harm in imagination. But the thing is that we're taking we're taking it as another step, or at least Thailand is, and like people are choosing partners and doing things together that are going beyond the series, right? They're becoming presenters for ad campaigns and for brands, and they're sharing their friendships or relationships. We're going to call them relationships, and I'm going to use relationship as a very broad term. Relationship can be professional, it can be friendship, it can be romantic. There's a wide variety of relationships out there. It doesn't just have to be romantic. So I will call them relationships because once you think about it, in the real world, we have relationships with our coworkers. We have to work, right? So we have ships, and they've decided to like become partnerships that do things together, up to and including like almost in an idol way. They'll do concerts. And so to be a ship in Thailand, you have to be more than just an actor. You also have to be good at singing and good at dancing. And we I think it's in Thailand they call them imaginary couples, kujin, and maybe that's a good way to put it. But I think it's more than that. I think we'd almost call it a BL duo, which is kind of a phrase I might start using more. Just like two people who have joined together to sing on stage, or joined together to entertain, like they have a comedy show together. Um, two boys join together to be a duo for BL, and then it's like, okay, if that's the case, what does it mean exactly? Like they make the choice to be with that person, right? It's not like it's coming out of us shipping them, although that still occasionally happens. Like they're literally making the choice before people start shipping them. So it's just not, can you call it a shipped couple precisely? I don't know. Right? So I think we need to start really thinking about what is this exactly? What is happening? All right, let's see some comments here. Yes, it did come from K-pop, 100% accurate. Yay, okay. I got that part right. Shipping itself has been around for a long time, but I'd say K-pop and BL have a more intense relationship with it. LOL. That is a good point, KT. Also, I haven't seen your name before. Welcome. Good to meet you. Valerie, if that is shipping, it's been going on for a lot longer than 10 years. Yep. They have vlogs, variety shows. Yep. Especially in BL, I mean, their relationships are extra close because they get intimate on screen, not necessarily like they're together. True. I think fans have to differentiate between work and real life. KT, I call everything a ship, but I differentiate between ships and official ships. Okay, I agree with you, Arisa. That is a good point. You guys all make good points, and that is why I wanted to mention and like make sure that everybody has an opportunity to speak their mind and like say that this is a safe space today, because like BL shipping and BL duos have, it's almost become a little contentious because we're not really clear about the boundaries of understanding of what it means. So, we have a BL duo. They have agreed to work together as a team and do things together. And then we have people who might have become more than work partners, like they're friends maybe, or whatever they happen to be, and they're sharing images with us from outside of work. with the people that they hang out with and spend time with. And that person might also be the person that they're a BL duo with. Honestly, like let me see, what am I trying to say? That's real life. That's not the image they're trying to create for the brands, for the series, for anything else. That's just them being them and like sharing their world and their lives with us. And we can, guys, I don't know if guys kind of see where I'm getting at here. Like, I'm agreeing with you, Riza, about differentiating between work and real life. And that I think that's our responsibility, and that they shouldn't need. Okay, and then here I am. I'm going to come out and say stuff in this live that I don't normally post on social media. So you guys are getting like a little special inside view into my own brain today. But I see all of these posts about like Songkran Festival, for example, being a large publicity stunt and fan service. And I don't understand why it can't just be that these boys who also have real lives, they're real people, want to share their joy of the new year with us as the fans, and why that has to be labeled as fan service, as if it's like some sort of publicity stunt or something that they're specifically doing for work. That's just one example of like differentiating between real life and their work. Like if we're looking at any other musical duo out there and they happen to be friends in real life and posting about their friend in real life, are we going to call it fan service because they're friends in real life and sharing some of that with us? I don't know. Like how is being a BL duo different than being a musical duo or an acting duo? Technically they are acting duos. They're just bringing it more into real life than your average acting duo. Okay, let's see what other people have to say about all of this. I'm curious about other people's opinions. However, if one wants to keep working, you have to keep your image out there. Yes, like Z and Nunu don't kiss off screen, but they're a couple in real life. That's true. And honestly, Thailand has a very different culture from us, and public displays of affection, from what I understand of Thai culture, public displays of affection are not a thing. It's a little bit more subdued over there as far as like romantic public displays go. Let's see, what else have we got? The ones that are sharing real life stuff are still maybe just friends, but they're great at advertising. That could, yeah, okay. I don't think it was fan service. There was a lot of alcohol flying around, and they saw it as a safe space to have fun. See, yeah, a safe space for fun. Lots of alcohol was involved. Yes, there was. There was lots of alcohol involved for Songkran for sure. Uh, Having been a musical duo, there is a heightened sense of belonging when you are performing, but you have to then separate. It feels hard, but that's so necessary. That's fair. That's fair. And I think some people who are working as BL duos, they do just work, but others obviously take it beyond and they become friends, which is natural in a working environment in general. Some people is you keep it professional, and some people you just like vibe with and you enjoy spending time with, and it turns into something outside of work. I don't think it's fan service. It was coworkers, friends, being safe with others and having fun. I agree. I'm leaning that direction as well. Again, the boundaries between REAL and REEL. And like we figuring out this world that's happening as we speak. This kind of new idea of a entertainment duo. I mean, okay, that's not a new idea. Entertainment duos have been around for a very, very long time. So I'm not entirely sure why this feels like a new thing that needs to be defined in a different way. Maybe, okay, I just had a thought. Maybe it has something to do with social media. We're in an age in social media where the boundaries are a little blurrier between us and the people we follow just because there are so many ways to share things. So I think that social media might be part of the reason we are in the spot we're in now. And like we have to redefine how to handle all of it, to be honest. I don't, okay. A lot of ships, too, they purposely make themselves become close. They make a conscious decision to become basically best friends for the life of their ship. So their closeness is genuine. Yeah, absolutely. Closeness is genuine. And the people who do decide to genuinely uh, develop their chemistry in a way that creates real closeness, it's clear. Entertainment duo is a good term. Yeah, yeah, I think that is a good term. I like it. Maybe use it a little bit more. We'll think about that, guys. Call them entertainment duos. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so I think I had a fun question for everybody. And it's in the same vein, and it is, what attracts you to an entertainment duo? We'll call it that for today. What attracts you to one? Like, I was thinking about this question myself, and you guys can go ahead and give your answers in the comments, and I'll chat in the meantime, and then I'll go to the comments. I was thinking about this question: what attracts me personally to a entertainment duo in the BL world? And I was thinking, for me, it's like a combination of two factors. It's their physical presence and how they look together, but it's also their chemistry and the synergy they create. And that synergy goes into their series, and that synergy also goes into all of the programs they do, and the variety shows they do, and the concerts that they do. So, and I think that synergy, I'm going to call it synergy, attracts me because as an actor, I've experienced that synergy once. And it's hard to describe. And so when the partners, BL partners, they try to describe that synergy, it's a little bit like of this unknown thing, but I'm going to do my best today to describe it to you. I was in an audition, and it was for the lead in Romeo and Juliet. I didn't get the part, I think maybe because I didn't have the look the director wanted, but I did have this chemistry with this other actor. And it was there for him too, because he said the only way he'd be Romeo is if I were Juliet, and like it was vice versa. It was like the room emptied and nobody else was in the space, and like it was just the two of us, and somehow our energies, even though we just met, they just like melded together perfectly right from the beginning. And so I think that when I see that from other partnerships, that attracts me. So for me, it's a physical look. And what's his name? His face is in my head. The cute Australian that does the lives on YouTube all the time, that was in a BL ship. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, he does little like BL Insider YouTube videos, and he said with his ship partner that one thing that he appreciated was how they looked together. Like he personally appreciated how they looked together. So I know that that is a thing on their side too. So it's, for me, it's the look, and then it's this like energy that they can create, and not every duo that I watch seems to have that energy. I get that energy from like somebody else's point of view might be completely subjective. I'm not positive. You guys can let me know in the comments. Um, but yeah, that in my mind, that's what attracts me personally to BL entertainment duo. All right, let's see what other people's have to say. Entertainment duo, authenticity, obvious chemistry. The word I use a lot is adorable. They are often just adorable together. Yes, I like that. The comfort around each other. Yes. Chemistry, a spark. Katie Perth. Thank you, everybody. Perth. Ah, Nakun. Yeah, my bad. He's really fun. If you guys ever watch his snack videos, I don't know. They're really cute. Snacker Pass, I think it's called. Oh, anyway, what he has to say about the BL industry is really interesting. It's worth checking out. Go find his YouTube channel. Okay. Everybody uses the word chemistry, but what does that mean? I don't know. I hope I described chemistry adequately to you guys from the perspective of somebody who's felt it before with somebody. Okay. I watch his BL vlogs. So do I. They're well done. He's well spoken and he says things clearly and has a really good vibe and a lot to say, which is awesome. All right. Now for the fun part. We're going to count down our top 5 favorite BL entertainment duos. I have only once not had it, and it was devastating on stage. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, it'd be hard if you had it once and then it vanished for whatever reason in a moment, and you were like in the middle of a performance. That would be really rough. Can't imagine. Okay, so top 5 favorite ships. Starting at number 5. You guys can go ahead and put your favorites in the comments as we count down from number 5. For me is Jung and Dunk. Jung and Dunk are and okay. So clarification before I go any further. All of the ships that I am counting down from are Thai ships. I haven't been really clear. I don't think anybody else has quite, any other countries have quite taken it upon themselves to have a duo go beyond a show. I don't know. I don't know if that's happening in other countries. If it is, I would love if you guys threw it out in the comments and then and let me know and let the rest of the world know. Okay, so I see that I have a top ship and then the rest of my list is always changing. I'm fickle. Well, okay, maybe your list today then. And then yeah, maybe just your list today or should we start at number 1 and go back the other direction? Ah, now I wanted to do a countdown. Okay. You guys feel free to throw in a ship whenever you want to. And if they're out of order and you put them in order later, that's fine. Chill with me. All right. Okay, so number 5 for me is Jung and Dunk. Primarily because they, why are they 5th place? I wrote that I got tickets to New York. Which is true. I'm going to the Heart Killers fan meeting, and I love the Heart Killers. And I've watched Star in My Mind a couple of times, and I've watched Hidden Agenda more than once, but they are still at number 5, even though the Jung really is almost someone who ships people himself. And clearly one of us in some of the posts he does. And the fact that he like asked for fan fiction is one of the most hilarious moments I have experienced in BL fandom as of yet. And yet they're at number 5, primarily because my list is maybe slightly arbitrary too and ever changing, just like everybody else's. So today, Jung and Dunk are number 5. They've been a little bit out of the spotlight lately, maybe. I think they had had some fun at Songkran though, but like they're keeping it a little bit more low key. And so other people I just, shot into my head because they're like really bold right now. First cow is number 5. 5 is Jung Dunk. You're going all the way down the list. I'll have to come back. Force Book are only 5th because it's today. Number 4 is Jung and Dunk today, but maybe number 1 tomorrow. Okay. See, that's one thing. My number 1 and number 2 never change. They always remain the same. All right. So number 4 for me today is William and Est. William and Est are, really open about what they've developed, who they are, and what they're doing. And uh, William William is a tea spiller. Let's be honest, everybody. And his tea spilling is really kind of fun to watch. It might be because he's young. I'm not sure, but he doesn't really seem to mind sharing a lot with all of us. And luckily, he has a partner who also doesn't seem to mind so much that he shares a lot with all of us. So, William and Est are number 4. Mine right now would be First and Cowtongue. OMG, William S. Share. Number 1, LOL. Okay, that's fair. 4 is probably currently Perth Santa as the new rising ship. Yes, Perth and Santa aren't on my list, but they are ones to keep an eye on. They're really fun. Number 4 is Jung and Dunk. 3 are William and Est. William is hilarious. Yes, William is hilarious, Pammy. Absolutely. William is... Okay, so number 3 for me is Da'u, Da'u, and Off-Road. I will pronounce his name correctly. If he ever saw this video and I didn't, I'm sure I'd hear about it because he corrects everybody all the time. But Da'u and Off-Road, they're just amazing, and their voices, their singing together, the chemistry that they've created for the stage, which honestly is slightly different from the chemistry you have in real life. It's a little bit of a different vibe and synergy you have to create for the stage, and I think they've done great with that too. And then of course they have their real life relationship too, which is really beautiful that they share that, just a little bit of all that with us. So Da'u and Off-Road for me at number 3. He's massively talented. Agreed. William and Est at Songkran were a delight. Absolutely. And then William and Est after Songkran in their interviews were also, could you call it a delight? They're just really honest. Let's go with that. They are incredibly honest. Da'u and Off-Road are so great. They're so good together. Number 3 for me is also Da'u and Off-Road. Okay. Look at us go. I like how Da'u speaks out for the LGBTQIA plus community too. He's very, very well spoken in what he has to say, and and just has an ability to cut through all the BS and speak his truth, which is amazing. Yeah, I love how Da'u calls people out. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. he's good at it. Call people out on their BS. I appreciate it too. Okay, number 2 for me is Earth and Mix. They are also highly entertaining to follow. So if anybody wants a really cute couple partnership, if anybody wants to follow a really cute partnership, that would be one. And actually, now they call each other family. So whatever they happen to be with each other, it's really adorable to watch. Mix is a mood. I that man is really intelligent and snarky and funny. And their variety show, Earth Mix Space, is hilarious and totally worth checking out if you just need to laugh for quite a few hours, because I think there's 28 episodes of it to watch. So yeah, Earth and Mix at number 2 for me. And then let's see. My number 2 right now is Guy and Nani. Okay. I love it. Earth Mix are the sweetest pair. Yes, they are. My brain is failing me. How could I forget Earth Mix? Aw. Number 2 is Billy Babe, but I also follow Bilkin and PP. That is okay. Billy Babe are definitely a fun partnership to watch as well. They're very entertaining. He's a veterinarian. That's enough for me to adore him. LOL. Absolutely. The fact that he was doing all this entertainment industry stuff and finishing a vet degree is kind of impressive. Number 1 is Earth Mix, my joy ambassadors. Aw. Number 2 for me is Ooh and Boom, or Oh and Boom. It's Oh or Ooh. I've actually heard it both ways. Maybe it's like a somewhere in between O and oo, because in the United States English, like we don't have an in between, and so maybe my ears just hear one or the other, but it's an in between. Uh, they've been your number 1 for so long, but a new entertainment duo has stolen their crown. Oh man, that's juicy. I love how you worded that. A new duo. Okay, they never fall from number 1 place, even if someone else has joined them for a day. They're always number 1. Okay, Earth and Mix for you, number 1 always. Love it. Um, I'm excited for you then, Pammy, because it looks like they have quite a bit of a role in Memoirs of Rati, and then them joining the Only Friends cast must have been super exciting for you. All right. They are. They're O and Boom are very cute together, Eureka. Agreed. Okay, so number 1. Number 1 for me. Okay, and they're number 1 for me. They've been number 1 for me for OMG. How many years now? 2021, 2022, 23, 24, 25. Okay, like 4 years and change now. So they pretty much, gonna have that spot probably as long as they stay together. And that is Kristen Cincto for me. I know it's possible that some in this room haven't even heard of who they are because they haven't had a new series together in years. Like literally. Like, well, a new BL series. They were in a series in 2020, which is also years. But a new BL series, they haven't had one in almost a decade. So, seriously, there's someone else? Katie? I'm not the only one? Oh my goodness. Okay, Kristen Cincto, number 1. Hearts. Okay, Kristen Cincto, the Kings. They were in SOTUS, and they uh were the first entertainment duo that exploded in Thailand as a BL entertainment duo. Like the amount of content that exists for that duo is intense. I think I spent my first year in BL fandom just watching the content that their fans have diligently subbed for us and like shared for free on various platforms. Um, Okay, I just watched Soda's Chris Cincto are amazing. We exist. I agree with you. Yes. Okay, yay. Yeah, I have seen comments occasionally on Twitter. Who are they? Okay, well, you need a bit of a Thai BL education then if you have no idea who Kristen Cincto are. Yeah, it was huge. It was huge at the time, Katie. Yeah, number one Kings for me currently is Smart and Boom. Their acting, their chemistry, how they take care of each other, how comfortable they are. They have me hooked. Yes, Pammy, I love it. The lead in, beautiful. Smart and Boom are really fun together. Absolutely. I hope that they decide to do more. Um, and aren't just promoting the one series. I have my fingers crossed for all of those who are very much into them because they are very cute. Okay, so I could go on and on about Kristen Cincto, but I will not because it is 6:53 and like our time is just about out. We normally do run this 45 to 50 minutes, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to ever like just chat about our favorite ships for the whole time. I could go on and on, honestly. I am looking forward to Chris Cincto's new series coming up. My number one first cow because I love their chemistry. Yes, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Chris Cincto's new series, The X Morning, finished filming. Little birdies told us in the wrap up that the air date is May 22nd. It's just around the corner. I hope that uh, Kristen Cincto, who were the little birdies, were correct in that. The reaction videos are in Thai, but they're are still fun to watch because you can tell exactly what they are thinking. Smart boom, that is. Yes, that's true. And if you know where to dig, you can find all the English translations for those reaction videos in Thai. This was so much fun. I almost didn't come, but I'm glad I did. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. All of you always make Tuesday evenings so much fun, and I love chatting with everybody who joins. Uh, anyways, until next week, I look toward my social media for announcements ahead of time as to what we're going to be talking about. That way you guys can like think about what you'd like to share about whatever we're going to talk about. I think today I posted that we'd be doing the top 5 ships, so you guys can have some time ahead of time to prep if you want to and like really get into the nitty gritty details. Anyway, thank you for lifting my spirits tonight. I was definitely having a rough day full of anxiety. And you guys made it all better. So thank you so much. Kapunaka. Hearts. Mwah. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good week, everybody.